like acrylics, before the 14th.
Yeah.
And it was on the missing persons report that she had certain color nails. They were fakes. And those fingernails were consistent with the scratches on Rick's body.
Well, I can tell you, when you get your nails done, they're rather sharp when you first, get them done. They really are. I could only imagine if in a true physical struggle, the marks you'd leave on somebody with those.
Detective takes note. But there was no body, and no one knew what happened to Patty. A local man named Robert Rowland comes forward with some information about the day Patty went missing. He claims he was driving on Highway 62 near where Patty's truck was found, and that he saw a man fitting the description of Rick Pulley walking away from the truck.
Okay, so you got there you go. Yet another little key piece of evidence, possibly. Seats pushed way back. She's a smaller woman. I mean, that's a big deal right there. And then supposedly Rick being seen walking away from the truck.
Rick was leading two lives. In the truck, detectives find proof of this in the form of a $300 phone bill where Rick had racked up phone sex calls and charges.
Damn it, Rick.
He was also watching internet porn, spending lots of money online for videos and photographs.
Damn, they'd be financially secure if Rick wasn't spending money on all this schmut.
Also, Patty's purse was found and her key to the truck at the house.
How the hell does that happen?
If she's going shopping and driving the truck, why is her key and her purse at home?
The key for the truck?
Yes.
That's impossible.
Her paycheck was uncashed in her purse. It was very unlikely that Patty had even gone shopping.
Yeah, these people who try to say that when the vehicle's found abandoned somewhere and you have the person like, well, maybe they just left. I got to imagine there's a very small percentage of people that literally pull a vehicle over somewhere and walk away from their life. Right? I mean, it happens, I'm sure. But I got to imagine it's very few people.
Well, in this day and age, what do they assume, a new identity? Because everything is on the internet.
Well, in this day and age, and back then, that was early 90s, so you could literally move 800 miles away and never see the people you were around if you wanted to do that. But I got to I think very few people ever just walk away from their life. So I think that's a bullshit excuse, I guess is what I'm saying, whenever they say that.
Here's some juicy tea for you, Dylan. About 3 weeks after Patty's disappearance, Rick sold the pickup truck.
Oh, wow. When are these cops going to pick this dude up on circumstantial evidence? I mean, go to the DA, get a judge, and say, look, all this is circumstantial, but a lot of it doesn't look good.
After Patty's disappearance, Reverend Suddeth of the River of Life Church proposed that Rick take a sabbatical. The pastor was concerned Rick might be suffering from burnout. He told Rick to take some time off from church-related activities. Rick angrily rejected this offer. During the summer of 1999, the church had taken a mission trip to Texas. When members return, the pastor and other ministers of nearby churches call a meeting with Rick to discuss his behavior, including improper credit card charges that Rick has made on the church's credit card.
Wow, imagine that. Rick shouldn't be holding no damn credit cards. I can tell you that right now.
While everyone is out on a mission trip to Texas, Rick is back at the church, charging up all sorts of stuff to the credit card.
Be like, Brother Rick, can I ask you about this charge to bigoldbutts.com?
During this meeting, Rick confesses that his marriage has been in trouble because he suffered from erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, you see, that's funny because he's got the ED, which is a big, that's a very critical problem in an intimate relationship with someone. But then is he wanking it with all this porn?
Yes.
So it's like an emotional thing. It's like he can get it up, but he's all big and lazy and don't want he has to, what the hell, Rick?
Well, it turns out Rick had been embezzling money from the church. In September of 1999, Rick resigns from River of Life Church and moves to Lebanon, Virginia. He never looks back and starts a new life. In the time after Patty's disappearance, Rick never, not once, contacts law enforcement to find out about the status of his wife's case.
Yet another sign that something's going on. Any of these separate would have been, okay, that can happen. Some people deal with a loss or in a strange way. Maybe they're already an introvert, which he doesn't sound like, but maybe they deal with the loss by they can't think about it. They can't bring themselves to even call and talk to someone about it. But when you add the scratches, the weird story, her purse, the key to the truck back at the house, an eyewitness saying they seen somebody not look like that was Rick Pulley. Did they know him? Did the witness say they knew him, saw Rick, or a guy looked like Rick?
Well, it was just a man who fit the description of Rick.
Right, okay.
Like when the man called and said, hey, I saw this dude walking near this truck,
okay,
and this is what he looked like.
Right.
He described a fellow who
looked a lot like Rick.
Very similar.
The seats pushed
features,
back.
Yeah.
I mean, just all this is a wheelbarrow of circumstantial evidence, and there's yet another piece.
Well, as my granny always said, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody. And within 3 years, Rick was involved in another relationship with a woman he'd met on the internet.
Wow, didn't see that coming. He just doesn't seem concerned about his wife or her disappearance.
December 18th, 2002, Patty Jo Pulley's body is discovered under the Hyco Bridge in Caswell County, North Carolina, by a project geologist.
Wow. So guy's down there just doing his job, probably going to do some kind of state project or something, right? And he's just checking it out.
The man was working under the bridge when he stepped on what he thought was a deer skeleton. He looks down, notices bones, but finds a bra across the bones.
Okay, that's a pretty good sign that might be human.
95% of the skeletal remains are found. Scraps of clothing and dental records are used to identify Patty's body. Rope is also found near the remains. The rope was either used as a weapon for strangulation or to bind the body. The coroner believed that Patty had died from strangulation, and her body was then dropped off this 25-foot bridge. The bridge was only about 13 miles away from their previous home in Ringgold, Virginia.
Okay. Dude, you got to go pick Rick's ass up. Go get him.
Well, remember when Patty had gone to Maggie Valley and Rick had told her he felt something was going on and pulled over? It was at the Hyco Lake Campground.
Ah,
same area.
Okay, I didn't catch
Almost
that.
as if he's been out looking for the right spot.
The devil was in his damn pants.
Initially, Patty's family tells Rick he's welcome to attend the funeral, but he declined, which was oddly suspicious to everyone.
Yet again. Damn. Okay, he's not even trying to, he's just done with whatever the situation was. He's done. He's ready to move on with his life.
Detectives in North Carolina are very interested in speaking to the original detectives in Virginia. Both groups of detectives, both parties, conclude that Rick Pulley is likely the suspect in Patty Jo's murder.
I agree completely with him.
Rick Pulley is arrested and charged with first-degree murder in Lebanon, February of 2003. The trial was held in Caswell County, North Carolina. During the trial, a witness who was housed with Pulley in the Caswell County Detention Center testified that Rick told him he'd killed Patty because of an affair.
Boom. There you go. An affair the anonymous person told him about?
During trial, prosecutors held two likely scenarios. The first one being that the couple had gotten into an argument when he picked her up from the cleaning job, killed her, and dumped her body before making it back in time to attend the play.
Oh, okay.
Or scenario number two, he had killed her later in the evening, then drove to Walmart in Danville to appear as though he was looking for her.
Oh, okay.
Like he had gone to the play, ducked out early, because remember, he had a hard time answering the questions about what had happened.
Yeah.
Just goes and makes an appearance, ducks out, goes back home, kills Patty, then fakes her disappearance, dumps her body, pretends he's out looking for her.
Dumps her body, plants the truck. But he's such a damn knucklehead. He probably never took her purse in the first place, right? He's just got the body. That's what he's thinking about dealing with. But to bring the fucking keys back, maybe out of habit, maybe out of pure stupidity. Boom. A person fitting his description seen walking in the vicinity of the abandoned truck. Seats pushed all the way back for a guy his size. He's scratched all to hell, possibly with a new nail she just got right before she was killed. I mean, shit.
The dog did it.
The dog, he's more worried about this damn dog running around the neighborhood than his wife,
I
where
got
she's
scratched up by some vines looking for the dog.
The evidence of the possible domestic abuse beforehand, the infidelity, the financial hole he's obviously kept and put himself in, which can be fuel for the fire. What else?
Pulley was found guilty, and he was given a life sentence with without the possibility of parole.
Wow, so once they found that body, it didn't take them long, did it?
Not at all. It only took jurors about 3 hours to deliberate, and he's currently serving at Central Prison in Raleigh.
Okay.
So kind of back where it all began.
I'm going to write Rick and ask him what the hell his problem is.
I want you to write Rick and ask him about his fucking mullet.
Yeah. Oh my God, I should have put the monitor up and brought up a full picture of this guy. You think Joe Exotic has a damn nice mullet? Rick's mullet kicks Joe Exotic's mullet's ass.
And Rick had this mullet for like 30 years.
He had the mullet when the mullet wasn't cool, before and after.
He's still got a fucking mullet.
He's probably got a mullet in prison right now.
Yeah.
Fucking Rick.
Rick was not very good looking, and Patty was a pretty cute woman. Like, if you check out the side-by-sides.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
She could have done way better than Rick.
Even, I'm not saying, when they met quite young, people change.
But he was fat and had a mullet then.
And that, and that doesn't mean they can't love one another. But after all, when it started going sour, right, with all the things we listed off, it's not a good relationship.
No.
Why didn't that? She
like
was a fairly
attractive, fulfilling relationship.
She seems like a sweet, talented, driven, attractive woman. She should have just found her somebody else.
She could have very easily, it seems.
Yeah, found somebody to kick Rick's fucking ass.
Somebody needs to.
Yeah, what she got to do, she got to find that new guy, right? And then she just throws it on him. I mean, just really turns his ass out. And then, after it's over and everybody's breathing hard, she's like, I need you to kill my husband. Yeah, that's how that happens. We done talked about this before on Mountain Murders. That ill nana will get a motherfucker killed. If that girl's got that, she can get some of these dudes to do anything.
Now, don't exclude just the dude. She can get a lot of women to do it for her, too.
She could. That's right. That's right. And the guys can turn that chick out, too, now. Don't get it twisted.
Well, no, it's true. I mean, there are some ladies out there who've killed mistresses, wives.
Right. Let them treat her like shit.
I guess they got that good dick.
Is that what, is the good dick? Is that why you see girls dating these douchey tool guys that are like living off of them and shit, standing behind them when they pay for everything and all that, snuggling up to them? They got that good dick?
That's called low self-esteem, I think.
Is it low self-esteem?
Yeah.
Some case maybe they're throwing it around, right?
Maybe.
Meat slinger?
I don't know. I mean, perhaps.
Okay.
All I know is I was always told it's just as easy to fall in love with a poor man as it is a rich one.
Oh, wow. That's sage advice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm always...
My mom's very reasonable.
My saying is, you get good meat if you give good meat.
I've always just made it a rule not to get involved with people who don't have health insurance.
Well,
if a man's got a good policy where I'm going to have a good copay, then this could be a reasonable marriage.
Oh, my God. You know what it is? I know what it is about that. This might be a little off track. That's because you know there's some fucking life insurance tied up in that decent health care. You know it's almost a given.
No, I think what it boils down to, Dylan, is that I'm just very selfish. And so if I'm going to get married, there's going to have to be some element of like I'm getting something out of it.
Well, both people feel like that.
Health insurance,
okay,
for me, is a good reason to be with somebody.
Oh, okay.
In a legal way. Like, you're married. I don't want to be married to somebody who didn't have health insurance.
Okay. Well, if you're out there.
But then, I mean, I guess when it came to you, though, by that time, I had my own health insurance. So
this is
I married you for love and not so much for your health insurance or your credit score.
Okay. This is love.
That I'm feeling.
Is
this the love that I've been searching for.
with a good